Okay, I'm gonna show you some stretches for the hamstrings now, but we're gonna work the hamstring first. So these are gonna be dynamic stretches. And if you really want to increase range of motion, it's always best to work the muscle first and then stretch it. Remember, you can't increase your range of motion by stretching one time. If you really want to increase your range of motion, you need to stretch consistently over time, ideally daily for a long period of time or several times a week. Okay, so you're gonna need a mat or a carpet, and ideally something to hang on to like a chair. We're gonna stand parallel, so both of our toes are pointing forward, and you're going to keep your hips pointing forward as well. Bend one knee about 90 degrees. Then you're going to just explore your rotation for a second. So you're gonna, like you're wiping a table in the horizontal plane with the top of your foot, just without moving the hip, to see how much the thigh bone will rotate. Then come back to parallel. So you're probably already feeling your hamstring. Then we're gonna just kick that femur bone back as far as it'll go without incorporating the pelvis. So again, it's not very much. So just lifting that thigh bone directly to the back, keeping it parallel. 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to plie. So as we plie, we're going to bend the bottom knee. If this hurts your knee, don't do it, but we're going to spread the kneecaps apart to see if we can get more range of motion across our hip flexor. And then we're going to stretch, and then if you would like to try a releve, you can. See if your weight is over the ball of your foot and try a releve. So we're going to do plie, stretch, releve, plie, stretch, releve. 2 more, plie, stretch, releve. Now drop that thigh bone down and flex it to the front, so we're at forward femoral flexion, and let your upper body curl forward like you want to touch your nose to your knee, and we're going to pulse. Pull that toe up as high as you can, like you're doing a high retiré. Pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now drop that thigh bone down. We're going to go lower to upper, put it back where we were before. Let the upper body unfurl. Plie, stretch, releve. And again, you don't need to do the plie or releve if it hurts. Just a suggestion, just an idea. And lower to upper, pulse, 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 pulse. Drop it down. And plie, releve. 1 more. Lower to upper, pulse. Try to keep it up there. Plie, releve. And now we'll flex the hamstring. So flex that foot to the front, or we'll stretch the hamstring. So you're pulling your toes back towards you. It's both feet are parallel. You can turn that back foot out a little bit for balance. You're gonna kick your booty out, tail to the back, and keep your upper spine mobile. So rolling through the spine, inhaling, exhaling, really like unfurling the spine like a flag, following your breath. So we're keeping it dynamic, keeping it moving. Now this is a fine stretch. Just stay right here if this is good for you. It could even be right here that you feel a stretch in your hamstring. It depends on where you are and where you are today. So that's a fine stretch. Another one is you can come down on the floor, and that leg is in the same position, flex right in front of you, knee to the sky, and fold forward. You also probably feel your rotators here. Follow your breath, inhaling, extending, exhaling, folding. And you want to stay in these stretches longer than what I'm demonstrating. I'm just moving through them a little bit fast to show you, but you want to stay a little bit longer, like at least 30 seconds. Another variation is to put this thigh bone at a 90-degree angle right behind you and to fold over the leg. Should feel really good after what we just did to work it. And it's kind of a B-girl variation. This is another variation. You can be here, keep it moving. Or you can come back here. So those are all various hamstring stretches. Just stick with the variation that's working for you today. And don't forget to do the other side.